Alright, welcome to episode 5, no, 6, episode 6 of Just One More Topic. I said it right before even starting. I am Tridrachius, and to my left is Taborius, which we are on location at All Your Base.
Again.
And we got a special featured game this week. Or character, people.
Top back, dude.
Things.
Skylanders Giants, you know what this stuff is. And it's a money hole.
Yeah.
Just appreciate that.
Activision. They know how to make money.
They took Pokemon one step further. What's up with that?
Of course, they do need to watch out. Disney is moving into this whole character creation thing, or come to life.
You know, I would have laughed at that several years ago, but now seeing as how they own everything, yeah.
Disney owns Pixar,
Marvel,
Star Wars, anything Lucas.
Yeah, so
which means Indiana Jones, which that also just kind of dawned on me. They have Indiana Jones.
You're gonna see a whip.
The original Nathan Drake. But anyway, we've talked about the Wii U on a past episode, and we talked about the PlayStation 4 on a past episode, even though we kind of fell off topic. This one we're going to hopefully aim to be more on topic with. The next Xbox. This is definitely the year where all the rumors are starting to circulate. We're starting to hear some things from the next Xbox, but not as much as kind of the rumors for the PlayStation 4, and I think it should really be more role reversal, because I think the PlayStation 3 could last a little bit longer than the 360, but...
it's possible. I mean, yeah, I mean, if you look at, like, current, like, lineup for games, I mean, PS3's got some bombs coming this year. I mean, in a good way. Like, they will be dropping bombs, not they're gonna bomb. You know, they've got The Last of Us. I know everyone's excited about that.
Naughty Dog. The Uncharted guys are making The Last of Us. It's a survival horror, post-apocalyptic...
And while that setting is become rather redundant, there's a gameplay like freaking trailer. Just go watch it. It looks incredible.
It looks incredible, and so far, like Sony, it does kind of worry me a little bit that they have waited so long before letting anyone outside of Sony play it, because I think just recently, I think within like the last couple of days, they finally started letting actual media publications to play the game. Which worries me a little bit, but it could also mean that they're just really wanting to fine-tune the game before people, you know, start getting their hands on it.
But yeah, I mean, that leads us into, I mean, we talked about there were some specs leaked for the PS4. Kind of the same thing with the 360. A lot of it's on the same, you know, kind of level. You know, some differences, and I'm not going to get too technical because I only understand half of it, to be quite honest. But, you know, some differences, like Microsoft looks like they're going to try to put 8 gigs of RAM in there instead of 6. Big thing is there's going to be a Blu-ray drive.
Yeah.
It was inevitable.
But we've talked a little bit about this earlier. Blu-ray, it is the standard.
Yeah, you can't hold that over it. I mean, it's where it's going.
Yeah, and I mean, as far as a storage medium goes, a physical storage medium, the Blu-ray disc really was designed to be future-proof, where, you know, the DVD you can only do so much with it. And with Blu-ray, when that whole committee came together and they started to develop this thing, they wanted to see a disc that could hold 500 gigabytes of space or 600 gigabytes of space. There's multiple layers to a Blu-ray disc. And
let me put it in this terms. PS3, if you played LA Noire or Final Fantasy 13, it was all on one disc. Okay, cool. For you 360 users that didn't know that, yeah, your 3-disc game was on one disc. So, there, that's just...
Yeah, a little, it was kind of like with the PlayStation 1 era, when so many games were on multiple discs, especially sprawling RPGs.
Right. But this coming to the Xbox, like I said, it was an inevitability. It was an inevitability. I mean, ever since HD DVD died, Microsoft has been pondering trying to get Blu-ray, and I mean, now it's just at the point, you know, it's like LED TVs and everything else. It is just the next logical step. So for all of you PlayStation fans that may cry about it, it just serves a better purpose.
Yeah, because, I mean, looking at it, Sony had their hand in DVD creation. And now you look at it, the Wii U, the 360, the PlayStation 2, you know, even the original Xbox played DVDs. And that was something that Sony worked on alongside Philips to make that format. So Blu-ray, unless a company wants to step in and say, hey, we're working on another disc format, and really I think we're kind of to the point where there should only be one, since we're kind of switching to digital distribution, cloud distribution. I mean, game saves, and Sony bought Kakai, and OnLive's out there, and it just, or well, they used to be out there, but it's just kind of the physical format.
It needs to be unified.
Yeah, and Blu-ray will do that.
Right.
So it's not really a selling point for PlayStation, and I'm not going to really harp on Microsoft.
Yeah, Blu-ray players aren't. Yeah, I mean, you're going to get more out of your games. It's going to be easier to see because exclusivity is not what it used to be. I mean, just in this last generation, it flopped. It was all Xbox. Then it went to where PS3 has the king of it, and we're leaving out Wii. We all know Nintendo. But
sorry, Mario.
Yeah, you're away. Yeah, one guy system. We got that. But the Blu-ray is going to enable those games to reach all audiences, because whether you buy a PS4 or Xbox, you're buying. I mean, it's gaming. Go for it. What I would like to say is, initial specs show that they're starting like hard drive space is probably going to be about 500 gigs. It's not enough. Look at where we started this generation. We started at 20 gigs. Okay, we are now up to 500.
Yeah.
Just bite the bullet, throw a terabyte in there, just get it out of the way, so that way we don't have 17 versions of the PS3, and we don't have to constantly be taking hard drives off 360s and putting them back in.
Yeah, the big thing is that with PlayStation Plus only giving away games with that membership thing, 500 gigabytes is not enough space. And if Microsoft kind of starts to go more towards something that they're giving away games, or they're doing something that's more online focused, game sizes are averaging about 20 gigabytes on the PS3. With the next Xbox pushing Blu-ray, there's a pretty good chance that those averages will also be about 20 gigabytes. That's a single game taking 20 gigabytes. That's a single game clearing up, filling an original hard drive for both of the PS3 and the 360.
I think also you're going to see, Xbox Live is the standard. I think you're going to see massive renovations done to that system. I also foresee the price is going to go up. It's just, it probably will happen, but pay attention to the family packs and stuff like that. There are ways to shave money. I think the point system will be implemented better. They're going to carry over achievements. They did way too much with that. But I also think because of their lineup coming this year, everyone's saying, the PS4 is going to announce and launch at Christmas. I actually think that would be more true of the Xbox than I would of the PS4. We've already, you and I have talked about if the PS4 launches, it could really hurt sales of some of their big games coming out. The Xbox doesn't really have a whole lot like that. Their primary exclusives are coming out at the first quarter. So if at E3 comes, they can announce it, and if, it's going to probably have some kind of Kinect functionality with it. I would see them jumping it, which Sony has said they're more than happy to let them do. But I see Microsoft jumping the gun and saying, first.
Yeah, or
forums.
Yeah, and I really think when looking at it, Microsoft could be gearing up for a launch that has Halo, because Halo 4 came out last year. Kind of where things are kind of placing themselves at.
To raving reviews as well.
Yeah, they could have Halo 5 on for the launch of the next Xbox. Or
I want a new IP. I love Halo, but I'm sorry, man. When games start getting into 5 and 6, it took Metal Gear Solid how long to get to 4? Yeah.
15 years.
Yeah, come on, man. There's so many. I love this series, I do, but you're just cheapening the experience, man. I'm not saying 4 wasn't great. 343, I love you, but.
Well, and that's another thing.
Don't make it Rocky. Don't make it Rocky.
Well, and that's another thing. Gears of War, People Can Fly, the studio that did Bulletstorm, they're making Judgment.
Yeah.
Which means the main team at Epic could be preparing for another Gears of War, or kind of like what Naughty Dog's doing, Sony's development studio, where they've got Uncharted and they've got Jack, but they're not just here's Uncharted 4. At E3, they surprised a lot of people with The Last of Us. So I would like to see some new IP coming from these developers that are getting a massive budget. and do that for something new.
We'll see. I'm sure we'll get some new IPs. We'll see some continuations. We're just entering into uncharted territory, quite literally.
Yeah.
I mean, we've never done this with a gaming system before, so it should be fun.
Well, and like what we kind of referenced earlier is that it's what? Oh, okay. What we kind of talked about, we got two giants that are just kind of pawing at each other, just trying to figure out who's going to go first.
With the jab, bam!
There's a lot to talk about, so leave your comments down below. Email us, give us your suggestions. I'm Tridrakius from JustOneMoreLevel.com. This is Taborius from All Your Base, and we will see you next time.